Episode of Everything with Alina. So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite teams of baseball, the Boston Red Sox. I'm a huge fan. I recently got a Jarren Duran jersey, so that was pretty cool. I have a Boston hat. I love Fenway Park. Never been there, but I love Boston. I just love the city. Never been there. My dream college is Emerson College, which is in Boston, and it's right by Fenway Park. And there's just so many things I love about Boston. So today we're going to be talking about the Boston Red Sox. So as of September 3rd, 2025, the Boston Red Sox sit at a 78 wins, 62 losses. Third in the AL East, two and a half games behind the Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Yankees, who stand at 80, 59, and 77, 61. So, despite trailing the division leaders, Boston holds a slim wild card edge, currently occupying one of the wild card spots. So, they have had their recent momentum, 3 straight wins, including a dramatic 11-7 comeback over Cleveland, with a huge 8th-inning surge sparked by Alex Bregman and Trevor Story. So, some key players that we should talk about is a bunch. But what I wanted to specifically say is let's talk about Roman Anthony. So a little fun story about Roman Anthony is I was at an Angels game because, as you guys know, I'm based out of Los Angeles, out of Anaheim. For right now, that's where I'm from. And I go to a lot of Angels games. If you've seen any of my stories, I sometimes post it on I usually post it on my main account, but you might see it on my podcast account. I might have to start posting some of that. I also will start posting on my Girls Belong in Sports account, and that's pretty cool, so you guys should really check that out. So Roman Anthony, he's the 21-year-old rookie and August Rookie of the Month. He's been a spark plug at leadoff, batting .292 with a .396 OBP, 8 homers, 18 doubles, and 31 RBIs across 71 games. So I just realized I never got to my little story about Roman Anthony. I just said that I was an Angels fan. So my little story about Roman Anthony is I was at an Angels game and the Boston was in town, so of course I had to go to it. I went 2 games back to back. And at one of the games, I went with just my sister. It was just us, a little sister trip, and we sat in the outfield so I could see like Jarren Duran. It was like so cool. It was like by the foul pole, but like on the 100 line. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. But that was the first one I went to, and then I went to another one where I sat on the third baseline up higher in the 400s. I'd gone with my sister and my grandma that time, and we usually sit in the 300s, just like it better. And it was a lot of fun. But what was really crazy was I usually watch them do batting practice. And during the batting practice, the good thing is I always get to see the away team do batting practice because they always do it second, closer to 5 o'clock to when the game starts. So I was like, perfect. And there's all these players in the outfield, and I have a better chance of getting autographs and getting signatures and getting photos and all of this. Now, on the first day, one of the guys had come up. I didn't know who he was at the time. It was Greg Wessert. He is a relieving pitcher. I recently found that out. But I was there and I was like, oh, you're cool. Okay. And then people were going by. And a lot of what I realized a lot with the people who are watching the batting practice is because, no offense, but they are usually men. They are usually boys who watch it. I don't see many females watching the batting practice. And they're always heckling them. They're always yelling at them like, hey, you better sign this. Come sign this. And no, please. No, thank you. And I think that's also, it could be the nice human being I am that people are like, oh, why would you say that? It could be because I'm a girl. But a lot of these people, and it's like, you start to realize that nobody's going to want to sign your stuff if you're just being mean to them. And I'm getting off topic. I realize that. But anyways, I wanted to just mention that. So anyways, I was just there and Roman Anthony was walking by. And all the people like, Roman, can I get a photo? Roman, sign this. Roman, sign that. And at the time, he had just been called up. This was all the way back in June. So he had just been called up. I think he was playing for probably 2 to 3 weeks, less than a month. And I'm there and I'm like, hey, Roman, can I get a photo? Because I was like, I don't have anything for this poor man to sign. And he's willing to go sign these things. And he was like, sure. So I got a photo with him. That's my story. I know, pretty anticlimactic, but that was my story. So I do have a photo with Roman Anthony. And I think it's really cool how I got to watch him grow in a sense because I have this photo from the early time in his career. So I can't wait to compare it and whatnot. But anyways, back to Roman Anthony. He did go down with an oblique strain, and he is most likely to be sidelined for 4 to 6 weeks, which is not good. It's not looking good for him, but I think also because the Boston team was in not a prime, but doing good in a prime, and it's now they're like, oh, we're all getting hurt, and this whole thing. So that really sucks. And he might only return if Boston goes deep, potentially around the wild card or ALCS if they make it there, which I really hope they might make it to the wild card. But I think right now they just need to sit him down and let him fully be like healed and like fully recover. And maybe once closer getting into, I don't know, the postseason, like if it's September 26th, 28th, 28th, I think the last game of the season. And if they're in there and it's, hey, we really need this one clutch and Roman's okay, and it's do or die, if we win, we make it to the playoffs, if we lose, we don't, then put him in. But honestly, just sit him down for a little bit. I think that's what he needs right now. And on the mound, we have Aroldis Chapman has been nothing short of sensational. A 1.04 ERA. That's like amazing. That means like he only allows one run usually, which is amazing. He has 26 saves and 74 strikeouts in just 52 innings. Do the math. I don't want to, but it's good. He also earned a $13 million contract extension for 2026. So some other people that we should be really talking about is rookie Peyton Tolley, who got promoted late in August, and he is a towering presence. He's 6'6", with a triple-A success and a high of 90% and a high of 90 miles per hour fastballs. He joined the bullpen ahead of the crunch time, and he's low-key doing so good. I watched his MLB debut on Friday, or at least a little bit of it, and he was doing amazing. I was getting goosebumps. It was one of the best things I've ever seen. And Trevor Story continues to deliver, leading the team with 23 home runs, 88 RBIs, and a 261 batting average, and 25 stolen bases. He is also a key player if they end up going to the postseason. So August was definitely a defining month. Red Sox surged, thrilling fans with series wins against the Yankees and the Orioles. But it ended up on a sour note with the late skid, nudging New York back ahead in the AL East. Some optimism still exists, though. Fans and analysts see Boston's improved pitching, the bullpen strength, and rising stars like Jarren Duran and Rafaela as reasons to believe in a deep run, and reasons to believe that they might make it far. But consistently from the rotation remains a question, especially over the long haul. What's next? September begins a critical stretch. The Sox will battle for playoff positioning, home field advantage, and perhaps a shot at the AL East. The Yankees, despite leading in schedule softness, are neck and neck due to tiebreakers in Boston's favor. If clinching goes as currently projected, wild card matchups could pit 5 Red Sox against 4 Yankees in the showdown before the ALDS against the Blue Jays. I know, that probably sounded like so much, but so Red Sox fans, buckle up. It's still anyone's race. Boston is there, battle-tested, energized, and with youth, veterans, and bullpen powers in its corner. Roman Anthony's injury stings, but it's a chapter far from over. So, that's it for everything with Alina on today's episode. If you like this, please comment what you think is going to happen. If you're a Yankees fan, don't comment on this. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Go Red Sox. And I love you guys so much. Bye.